Today, the Supreme Court, led by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud, delivered its verdict on the legality of same-sex couples. The five-judge bench comprising Justices Sanjay Kishan Kaul, S. Ravindra Bhat, Hima Kohli and PS Narasimha refused to legally recognize same-sex marriages, emphasizing that legalization should be decided by the Parliament. However, Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul advocated for the recognition of same-sex unions and called for an anti-discrimination law to protect LGBTQ rights. They also argued for the right of same-sex couples to adopt children. SoSouth spoke to people from the LGBTQIA community and petitioners who advocated for Section 377 on what they thought of this verdict.
Observation, this judgment from the Constitution bench is heartily welcoming, and I want to respect this judgment, and you get it. Even though there was some amount of differences, I think it's more amount of accepting the community and community existence and addressing the concerns of sexuality and gender identities are concerned. No, I think previous thing that we have seen. I think today's observation has come in such manner. I think as a movement, the next level is now to talk to the political movement, to make sure we are part of the system of legislature and our issues are brought through this context. And the other thing, good thing is that the form constituting a committee under the chairman or chair, the womanship of the cabinet secretary, I think this needs to be brought in such context of making sure that the community voices are heard through this system of cabinet secretary, and that could be sent as a recommendation. Then the cabinet accepts, then that goes to parliament to be an act. I think it's a long process. I think I would urge the political leaders, the political parties to make sure that our voices are heard through the system of legislature. Political representation is a matter at most now. You know what happened in the parliament. People say this is the urban elite issue, we need not to worry, you leave it to the parliament. How can even they still say that? I would say you are immature to speak about our issue. We want to be in the parliament and we will speak about our issue. You don't speak because you are illiterate. You don't have common education on sex, gender and sexuality.
To be very honest, I was expecting this to be a positive judgment. Since yesterday, I was super excited. I thought after 6th September 2018, when the last landmark judgment was made, in favor of the queer community, I think I was expecting much more better, I would say, from the Supreme Court of India. But unfortunately, I think it's a bit a disappointment. I would say they disappointed us. I understand they couldn't legalize same-sex marriage, but again, the adoption rights, everything was taken away. I somewhere was very hopeful that way. At least we will get the adoption rights, but even I think that has also been taken away because the majority of judges were, it's like 2-3, two judges. So I think that's something was a major disappointment there. But if you see, this is the negative side, but if you also see the positive side, I'm very happy our Honorable Chief Justice of India has also directed the center to form hotline numbers for the queer community, sensitize public, create awareness program. I didn't expect that, to be very honest, and also build some safe space for the queer people, and also not to force the intersex people to go through the surgery. So I think these things coming from him was extremely a bit surprising for me. So that's something, that's the positive side of it. But that's okay. I think it's a never-ending struggle for us. We have never given up. Even Section 377, when it was scrapped, before that there were so many battles we fought, and finally the Supreme Court of India scrapped Section 377. So I'm hopeful one day we will get our fundamental rights. All we are asking is our rights.
The person who I was a part of a Section 377 petition. I was a petitioner part of that. From that, there is a huge journey that I was following through, and I moved to Germany. So I thought that if there is a proper verdict, I'm as a queer person, I want a baby in future. I want to stay with my own partner. I thought that if there is some kind of a chances that I will move back to Germany, but this verdict made people to rethink whoever wants to come back, or that there will be a high chance that people will be moving out of the country. So this is kind of a loss that I can see myself and also some fellow queer people who have their own opinions about this. So I have some mixed feelings. So about the verdict that Supreme Court has given, I think they're in the bounds like what they can pronounced as a verdict for them. They have their own legality limitations that they have. I agree to that, but there are a few things that still judges told that they're empathetic, but they can't do anything. So I'm a bit disappointed on that. Some expectations that we are expecting. I mean, there are a few people who still don't understand rate adoption problem that we are facing, not just as a queer person, but also as a unmarried single people. There are a lot of unmarried single people who wants to have a child, but they don't want a marriage. So these kind of simple things are still in trouble. As coming to the judgment that they're leaving it to the legislation, I don't have much hopes on the legislation because we are on a minority. If you look at the situations what currently a lot of minorities are facing, we see that a lot of rules and regulations come after only when they need votes from the vote bank, right? So even there are a lot of good experts, they give a good expert meetings and committees, they give a good reports, but still they are in the dust. They never government never consider this kind of reports. So I'm in kind of a bit hesitation to say that, but I'm a bit disappointed.
While some members of the LGBTQIA+ community looked at this judgment with hopeful eyes, as 2 of the 5 judges advocated for their rights, the others felt this was not enough. With the Supreme Court denying the legalization of same-sex marriages and pushing this matter to the Parliament, it seems there is no end to the struggles of the members of the LGBTQIA+ community for now. This is Afreen Hussain and you are watching India Today SoSouth.